This hand will showcase Luke Schartz, who is the self-proclaimed greatest heads-up player in the entire world.
I'll smash anyone heads up anyway. You know what, I'm so confident in my heads up game. Yeah.
Playing the Party Poker Premier League tournament with some legends, including Negreanu, Hellmuth, Vanessa Rousso, and the villain in question today, David Benyamine.
In your eye, David Benyamine, you arrogant guy. Think you can angle me?
Can the young, infamous Luke Schartz fluster his high-stakes opponents into making a gigantic blunder?
Thinks he's 10 years older than me, so he knows a little bit. Think I care?
We'll find out.
Listen, if you raise, I'm gonna go all in, so don't even bother.
Yeah, you are, yeah. Cool.
I swear down, don't.
You trying to find out about the law? Yeah. I don't want you guys getting in trouble. I'm certain it's the law, but maybe not in this room.
What's the last? What is it? Come with the phone. It's in the Muppet.
We start off with some bizarre pre-flop action. Let me set the scene for you. Luke is the chip leader at this table, at least among the players involved, and he decides to limp from the middle position with pocket jacks. I don't know why he limped, whatever. Folds around to Benyamine in the hijack seat with the 6-5 offsuit, who decides, we'll splash around as well. We were not playing GTO poker back when this hand took place. Folds around to Vanessa Rousso. She plays her hand perfectly fine and checks. Let's see the flop three ways.
Okay. 30,000.
Well, you do it, innit? I'm gonna call you. Just do it.
Call.
This guy probably thinks he can angle me like this.
Isn't it? There's no S in it.
Isn't it?
In it.
Fuck, what a tilt is this guy, innit? Just wants to get every little angle of money. Such an angler. It's pathetic, actually. You think I'd do that at like 35 years old, just trying to angle people like that?
I guess you're saying the right thing now for me to do it.
Well, whatever, I'm not gonna fold anyway.
We'll see.
We'll see, yeah. You're not gonna bet into two of us anyway. Think I'm playing? I'll smash anyone heads up anyway. Don't matter if I come fifth. Don't matter if I get knocked out now.
The flop comes 9-5-2. Luke decides to go for a 30,000 chip continuation bet, which is roughly half pot, maybe a little bit more. And then he starts ranting about how David Benyamine was trying to angle him. Apparently what David Benyamine was doing is he was like kind of reaching for his chips before the action was on him. As if, hey, if you check, I'm gonna bet. Although in reality, maybe he would, maybe he wouldn't. Who actually knows? I don't know if what Luke is talking about actually happened in reality, but it's interesting to watch. So once it goes bet and call, I think Vanessa Rousso probably should just call with her 4-3. I do realize stacks are pretty shallow at this point. They are playing only 17 big blinds deep for Vanessa. So, facing a bet and a call on the flop, I think with a junky draw that's going to have to fold to a lot of turn bets, but has a solid 8 outs to make a pretty good hand, I think I probably would have just ripped it in against a bet and a call, unless I thought for some reason the limping ranges were especially strong or that my opponents were especially calling stationy. Turns out she actually was against jacks, which clearly would have called, so good job not shoving there. But when you are out of position with a draw that's going to have a hard time continuing to turn aggression, going for the check shove when you're shallow stacked is usually a pretty good line. All right, let's see what happens on the turn.
No. Think that king hits you? You think I believe in a million years that you could hit the king now and have two pair? Just out of principle, yeah, when she checks and I check, if you bet, I'll just go all in because I just don't care. I'll just be too tilt if you bet. That you'll just have it in your eye so fast, like this. So fast. Oh, it's up to her.
No,
Oh,
you checked.
oh, I thought it was on you. All right, big man, go on. Do your little angle bet.
Really?
I bet.
You really did. You really checked.
I just checked, yeah.
Wow.
So do your bet.
Put me in a bad spot now.
Do your bet. You'll see how I'll go all in so quickly if you bet.
You would. To give your word to the camera.
I have a rules question for all of you. Do you think that what Luke says should be binding and he should be forced to go all in if David Benyamine bets? What do you think? Let me know in the comment section below.
So sick I flopped a set. Or a king eye flush draw.
It's not binding.
I just feel to push just because he's such a tilters.
123,000.
Is it binding or what?
The correct answer, and the only answer, by the way, is that if you say, I'm going to go all in if you bet, and then they bet, you are not required to go all in. Your actions are binding when it is your turn. When it is not your turn, your actions are not binding.
No.
No.
So sick that you got a king high flush draw, innit? What a joke. Joke. You know what? Yeah, I'm so confident in my heads up game. Yeah. Do me then, whatever, innit?
At least you put your money where your mouth was.
Yeah, whatever.
That's true.
Nice level. Yeah, and what then?
Oh my god.
Look, I've got 2 jacks here. You don't think I mess about? My heads up game, I'll beat everyone in this whole party poker. It don't matter if I come there. It don't matter. Look at this. I'm sitting out for 5 hours. In your eye, David Benyamine, you arrogant guy. You think you can angle me? You just got so pwned. It's a joke.
I know, they've done that so many times.
Like a bit of that, innit, still? He thought he could angle me all day, innit? Thinks he's 10 years older than me, so he knows a little bit. Think I care?
Somehow, someway, Luke Schwartz convinced David Benyamine to bet by telling him, if you bet, I'm going to go all in. Usually in that case, if someone actually will push all in, you want to make sure you have a hand that can call them. But in this scenario, it worked out amazingly well for Luke because he got middle pair to bet, he got an open-ended straight draw to fold that has decent equity, and then Luke ripped it all in, 6-5 that has solid outs to improve, also had to fold, and Luke collected a nice pot. Worked out well for him this time. That said, they actually got heads up in the Party Poker Premier League, Luke Schwartz and David Benyamine. And you know who won? David Benyamine. I guess Luke needs to work a little bit more on his heads up game. That's going to be it for today. If you enjoyed this video, click the like and subscribe buttons below. Speech play is interesting. I typically keep my mouth shut, as do most people. Maybe it's GTO, maybe it's not. Probably not. Sometimes it's good to get in there and splash around a bit.